There we go. All right, Greg, I have some sounds for you because I know that you are going to have a few things that you're going to be upset about today.
Oh, do you?
Well, it's a 3-hour Smackdown, so I figured that's the first problem.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
And then what I did was I figured, well, if Greg's going to be this upset, because I know you're going to be upset with this because it's not like they did good things with their extra hours. You know what I mean? You know how sometimes you're like, you guys, oh, look at you guys. You guys got extra time for SmackDowns. You've decided that you're going to make good use of it. And I was like, no, they didn't make good use of this, you bastards.
No, they basically just said, hey, Sean, do me a favor. Send me up all your guys.
All of your guys. And
cool. Thanks.
And Greg, even worse than that, it's not just send me all your guys. It's also like, oh yeah, we have all these wonderful mid-carders who never get any screen time. Let all them wrestle for the today.
Yeah.
So I knew you'd be upset. Like I just knew. So Greg, I'll give you a taste of what I was doing yesterday. Just a small taste.
Okay.
Greg is grumpy. Yeah, it's true. 3 long hours, what's he supposed to do? Same old stories, week by week. All the good ones gone, the rest are bleak. MFT's here, he rolls his...
All right. That might be the high note of today.
Don't worry. I also have a special one set up for it's time to send them to Raw. I have some options for you when we send people to Raw.
Excellent. Speaking of Raw, before we get into this, this coming Monday is the 1-year Netflix anniversary of Raw, correct?
Correct.
And it's also the Stranger Things collab, correct?
Correct again, Greg.
Okay. And the series finale of Stranger Things debuted...
I think it was it was the 31st.
So we decided to collab with Stranger Things after they've gone off the air.
Well, yeah, because this is had the big put. No, Greg's like,
what? Like, no, you do that before to promote the damn thing that's the big event that's coming up for Stranger Things. What the hell are they doing?
Oh, I can explain this one. Netflix doesn't care that they're done because they're just going to dominate the ratings. So
I suppose
in when the last round of Stranger Things came out, it was different seasons were in each of the tops.
Okay, I'll confess I've never watched Stranger Things and I'm never going to watch Stranger Things, so I really don't care one way or the other, but to me this just seems stupid.
It's just one of those things where they had one, it's all over Netflix, and Raw is like trying to, I don't know, they're just trying to get it on the hype. Yes, wouldn't it make more sense to have done it this week? Yes. On the tape show? No.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They taped these, they were so out of order and things were so messed up. Kind of like SmackDown.
I wish I could explain that, but I can't.
All right, well, let's not explain anything. Let's play the theme song and then let's get into our 3 hours of SmackDown.
Podcast and sports entertainment, it's Brad, the dad and father, Greg, the SmackDaddies.
So hello, friends, and welcome to your SmackDown review for the Hub. I am Brad, the dad, and running shotgun with me is my tag team partner, Greg, father of Eltham.
Bless you, my son.
I feel like I should be saying, I'm sorry, Greg.
Yeah, you should. I don't know why I'm here.
Well, I know that you'll be taking frequent breaks, so we have the Burkhead signal. It's like Greg is scheduled in his contract to watch a certain number of hours of SmackDown a year, and I am going to exceed that very quickly if we're going to do 3-hour episodes.
That is true. That is true. I mean, I'm basically at this point on like one of those part-timer deals.
Well,
right? Where I'll show up for the road to WrestleMania maybe, and then I'll just go away for a couple of months.
Dude, it's not like, listen, if in all seriousness, if we had agreed to watch 2 hours of SmackDown, they are adding close to 15 or like, I think this goes on for 20 weeks. So it's like 26 extra hours of SmackDown.
I don't know if I can hold out that long.
I see, this would make sense to me if you said from January 1st until the Saudi Arabian pay-per-view in May. That would at least make sense to me in my head, like to say it's mostly just WrestleMania and the follow to WrestleMania. And then when wrestling kind of fizzles down in the summer, we go back to normal. And
yeah,
Greg's
maybe. Like, I mean, it really depends on if they're actually going to use the time wisely. And the first night, maybe not so much. So it's really just more filler.
Well, they tried to introduce a ton of characters or reintroduce characters or remind people that people were signed and blah, blah, blah. Right. So, yeah. But they also said, hey, you know what? You haven't got enough recaps in your life. So recap number 1. Hey, Greg, guess what?
What?
Recap! Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Greg. You know you love recaps.
I will tell you one of my favorite things tonight, and when we get to it, I'll see if I can remember. But was Michael Cole just doing Michael Cole was channeling his inner Greg at one point tonight.
He was upset. Like everybody was upset.
Yeah.
So Cody can't touch Drew. That's what we missed last week in the show. That was the contract. Cody can't touch Drew, but Drew can touch Cody. And basically,
which makes 100% sense.
Also,
Cody needs better lawyers, right? You mean you got to put something in the deal to say, no. If you touch me before this match, then you lose your title shot.
I think the whole point of it is that Cody really wants to get his hands on Drew, and Drew just wants to provoke him. Meanwhile, why is he here?
Drew?
Cody. Drew's here to tell us about the match. Why is Cody here?
Cody there? Cody kind of pissed me off. And I'll tell you why, Brad. I'm going to go on a little side quest here. Well, I mean, I don't know how much of a side quest it is, but I'm going to go and say it. As I was sat down last night, definitely not watching SmackDown because there was no way in hell I was watching this last night. Because there was 2 things that were on TV that I would have actually watched first. The first one being the World Junior game, where Canada absolutely trounced Slovakia.
Wait. We got to pour one out for Slovakia. Poor guys. Like, those kids came all this way to get just beat.
I mean, the U.S. losing earlier in the day and they're hosting, I mean, is not better either. But anyhow, so obviously that's what we were watching. And we obviously had to go to bed early because I had a stupid early wake up, as I usually do on Saturday mornings. But the other thing I would have watched if I was before I would watch SmackDown would have been the Thunderbirds game, which I know, Brad, you and your family had a chance to go to over the holidays while I was on special assignment. And that was last Friday night? Last
Saturday night. Yes. And even better, Greg, we have the 2 kids. So I actually sent the 3rd kid, which is James's girlfriend, Chloe. So Chloe, which is the first Chloe. That's how I refer to her, is Chloe.
Interesting.
Yeah, because she's...
so you and the wife stayed home and sent the kids.
Yeah,
even
the house was empty. I wonder what.
Even better. So so I would have watched that. But as I was sat back watching the World Juniors last night, I picked up my phone. I scrolled for a little bit during some commercials, and what do I see? Mr. Cody Rhodes. Mr. Cody Rhodes was backstage, obviously, at KeyBank Arena. And what feed do I see? The Buffalo Bandits feed with Cody Rhodes taking a picture with Buffalo Bandits gear. I was not happy, Brad. I was definitely not happy at this point. Granted, it's the only thing Buffalo has won, well, like ever, right? Because the Bills, Sabres, don't think so. So, I mean, granted, all right, at least it's some sort of winning organization out of Buffalo. I get it, but no, Cody, Thunderbirds, dude.
Oh, and Buffalo fans, they were hot all night, but they are sick people. They are sick people.
They are.
So, Greg, I just can't even believe that this was the show that we were watching. So Cody can't touch Drew, yes, and The Miz. My autocorrect changed it to The Mid, which actually described The Miz at this point in his career. And I wrote down, my wife will stick around because she was sitting on the couch. We had just finished watching Twisted Metal, which I will recommend. Fun series based on the video game, and 2 seasons up on.
Wasn't that like a WWE like movie or something?
It's a video game. It's a game from the 90s, PlayStation.
But didn't WWE do something like that? Twisted Metal, like a WWE studio movie or something?
There was something where WWE definitely tried to push this because they may have been a collab when this first came out. But I wait until the season was dropped, so before I got into it. So The Miz, The Mid came out, and it's Festivus for you, Greg. Like The Miz was channeling his inner Greg.
The Miz was channeling his December 23rd, his best December 23rd he could. Not gonna lie, my December 23rd involved me getting into the Newfoundland slush, but that's c'est la vie. Yes, The Miz decided to come out and air his grievances, and I was like, you know what? If this is how this show is gonna start, I've got some high hopes here.
I must have froze. Sorry. I always have some high hopes when The Miz is involved because I love The Miz, dude. Like he was perfect for this. He was talking about how grievance number 1, he didn't get his match with John Cena. Grievance number 2, he's not getting his he offered to mentor all the young'uns in there, and they're not taking him up on it. And look how that works out for them. I mean, Carmelo Hayes, once he breaks up with The Miz, wins the title, right, like he did last week. Miz number 3.
Yes, and that's really funny a little bit later, right?
Yeah, it's almost breadcrumbs, right? Somebody, for all of the problems there are with the show, at least it's self-aware.
Yes.
It is self-aware. So 3, he didn't get the movie, and he's mad at Timothée Chalamet for getting the part that he should have gotten.
Right.
Number 4, Miz is the locker room leader, and he deserves respect. And so number 4 that was number 5. Number 4 was Joe Henry, who he would not name.
He and then stopped.
And then number 5, the tiny balls.
That's right. For bringing back a very untrue nickname. I don't remember this originally being Miz's nickname. And then that makes you wonder, how did one get this nickname previously?
Somebody's watching you in the shower. I mean, WWE cameras are everywhere, Greg. WWE cameras are everywhere. We've established this.
I guess.
This is the cut footage from WWE Unreal.
Yeah. All right.
Remember, he had a shirt that said, "I have massive balls." You know, the number that shirt that both of us own and never wear.
Oh yeah, you know what? Now that you said that, I remember that shirt. I have massive balls.
Meanwhile, all right. Randy Orton learned from John Cena. Even if he didn't get as much time with John Cena during his retirement tour as some of us might have liked, Randy Orton realized, hey, John, you know what? I noticed that you got a shirt for every city you went to. I, too, am now going to have a shirt for every city we go to.
Yeah, I laughed. At first, I thought he was actually wearing a Buffalo Sabres shirt. And then it's like, no, wait, I see the RKO part on the bottom. I see the small WWE logo. And I'm like, God damn it, Randy Orton. Are you now going to be taking the nickname of Fruit Loops? Like...
He doesn't, but the thing is, this is like the smartest thing WWE's ever done. We're going to have customizable shirts for every location and not 4 stars. Like they did this with Steve Austin after he was retired, but now we're going to do it with guys who are actually wrestling. So Randy's there and it looks like he's going to RKO Miz and then he doesn't. And then he just walks around and he gives Miz the big shoulder pat. And now Miz is like playing it up. And so Miz has this great idea. I was going to say Randy. He has a great idea, Greg. He is going to have, was it Miz KO?
Miz KO.
Oh my gosh. And then, of course, RKO. And this is the first time you get the Buffalo fans getting in on the action one more time. So he stands Miz up for a bonus RKO. Greg, I'm sad we're not getting this tag team.
So this makes me wonder, right? Like if it's Miz KO and Kevin Owens came back, would it be, and they did a 3-man, would it be Miz KO KO?
Miz KO KO. Yes, they should. And that'd be a great 3-man unit. Let's do that, Greg. Okay, seriously, this was the perfect way to reintroduce Randy Orton. It starts Miz off on his losing streak, and yeah.
All I could think of when I heard this, or when we went through this segment, was, oh my God, Brad's prediction of The Miz not getting any wins may actually be true this year.
He didn't get a win all last year, so let's just keep this streak going. Greg, was this something that you would have watched at regular speed?
Actually, I did watch this at regular speed because I forgot to turn it on the fast speed.
And you know what? You probably didn't even notice because this was not long. It was perfect amount of time. No. You know what? I know you didn't watch at regular speed.
What didn't I watch at regular speed, Brad?
All of the next 3 things in the back.
Yeah.
So we have all the walkthroughs, and I was like, Greg is officially remembered that he can turn it up to 1.5 at this point.
100% is exactly what happened.
Yeah, and then Randy's in the back, and he runs into Cody and says, hey, man, like, no offense, but I'm coming for the title. And Cody just looks kind of more defeated. And then, of course, Nick walks in and reminds him that they're going to announce the 3 stipulations of hell for this match coming up. And Cody can't touch Drew because we needed to be reminded of that. We're all a little senile. We forgot from the opening recap.
I'm legitimately now, because you've said it, gone back looking to see when The Miz had his last singles win.
Yes, I don't know. But listen, as our reel pointed out, that
I'm back in 2024 and it's still not there.
As our reel pointed out, Joe Henry made that last week's show was probably the only thing watchable. That and the Carmelo Hayes match was amazing. Other than that, that show was unwatchable.
Yeah.
And much better to watch at 1.5 speed a day later.
Okay, I think I found it.
Okay, this is the last time The Miz won?
Yeah, I think so. February 5th, 2024 against JD McDonough on Monday Night Raw.
Are you kidding me?
I like in a singles match because there's a whole bunch of tag in there. But right. Like, I legitimately am not seeing The Miz winning a singles match.
So this is The Miz's sound effect for 2026.
So, yeah.
God, I'm going to love this, Greg. All right.
I love it.
Match number 1, which lasted pretty much the whole hour. This is what they decided to do for the whole hour. We have Asuka, Kairi Sane, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend versus Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Io Sky.
Right.
What the hell was this?
I mean, this was a lot better at 1.5 speed. I'll say that.
Well, that gives me, well, then you've already answered the question, but I will just play it for the sake of our patrons. Here you go, Greg.
Would Greg watch this in regular speed or hit 1.5 like he always needs? If it's real good wrestling, he might slow it down. But if it drags, he's skipping town.
Yeah, that's 100% accurate. I also didn't know how much of a country twang I have, but...
Oh, I have some other things. I have some Excellent. Other varieties, but I figured that one was, we're East Coast, so I figured, hey, man. But that was it, Greg. So the heel attack from behind, and then this whole match is faces cycling in to get beat down. And if you notice, the faces are never all of them standing on the apron at the same time. Only the ones getting the tag.
And you also notice in, like, particularly in multi mixed tag matches or multi team matches, you're just waiting for that point in the match where an AEW tag team match breaks out. Because it happens in every tag match.
It happened regularly here. I mean, there was a couple times where there was a blind tag where Lash kicks, I think it's poor Kyrie, she's springboarding off the ropes and she just kicks her square in the chest. It looked fantastic. The one where Charlotte has Asuka in the figure four, and then we get Kyrie jumping off, hitting the insane elbow. Like, it was fine. The only real botch in this whole match was Nia lost her balance and Charlotte couldn't flip her over into a roll up. So instead, Nia just improvised and dropped the leg. It was like, there was actually some smart stuff here. But finally, after the return, you got your AEW match. And this match eventually ends with Kyrie eating both the Riptide from Rhea Ripley and the Over the Moonsault from Kairi Sane. And Io Sky is pinned. Kyrie wins. Greg, it sets up for Monday.
Yeah, it does. I mean, that's what made the most sense for Monday. I don't think we needed this match, though.
I think that what would you have put on the show? I think the bigger problem with this was the fact that one thing I assumed looking at this kind of format was we were going to get tag teams. And we got the women's tag teams, but we did not get the men's tag teams. None of these guys wrestled tonight, except in singles matches.
That's right.
Now, thank God this happened. Jordynne Grace in the back talking to Nick Aldis, and she's trying to figure out if she wants to come up. And Chelsea Green interrupts. So let's stop before we get to Chelsea. Jordynne Grace, yes or no? Do you want
her? Sure. I mean, I guess I have not watched a lot of Jordynne Grace. Physically, I know she's very buff, but she also looks very staturally small compared to someone like a Jade Cargill.
Right, but we need wrestlers to fill up this division, because right now, I mean, if Bianca's not coming back till God knows when.
Yeah, it's where do we or like, who is the contender who can take the belt off of Jade? And I think that Jordynne Grace could be that person to take it off her.
Or at the very least, get into the U.S. title mix, because it can't just be the same two people wrestling for that U.S. title over and over again. But let's not talk about the U.S. title yet, because that'll make Greg mad. Chelsea Green comes in. She's under emotional distress because of the Stranger Things finale. And she doesn't, no spoilers, by the way, from us, because we didn't watch it. And they now want to talk about the match. And Nick threatens to strip her of the title if she doesn't defend it tonight. So let's go. What?
I can't hear. You're cutting in and out on me. And I don't know if it's on my end or not, but I'm kind of freezy a little bit too. So I'm just going to reboot and come back.
All right.
1 sec. Okay.
This pretty much summarizes the 3-hour era for us, huh?
Well, I was actually going to come back and make a joke that I ran out of my SmackDown hours for the month already.
Hey, listen, you know what? There's a way that people can support this. If people donate money through the Patreon, we can get some funds to help support this. You know what? This is a good time before we get into the Chelsea Green promo to promote the Patreon. So here we go.
Support the show! Don't be late! Roast beef, bananas, and beers on the way!
Patreon.com/thedraw!
Help the boys keep breaking laws!
See, there you go. So patreon.com/thedraw. You can make donations of $6 to $8. There will be special perks, including we will I'll tell you what, one of the special perks that we will offer here through your SmackDaddies is that you can fill in for Father Greg Feltham at least once a month during the 3 Hour Raw era and be the co-host with me, Brad the Dad.
Absolutely.
And there you go, special perk.
More than happy to bring someone on.
I'm more than happy to have somebody come on and just laugh at our terrible jokes. And what I'll do, Greg, is I will just redub the video, some of these audios that are, instead of Greg, it'll just be me saying the word Brett, Jeff, Chris.
It's almost like that episode of The Simpsons where, it's the Mr. Thompson.
Yes, exactly. Mr. Thompson, where the voice, and he covers his hand.
Yeah, that one.
Jordynne Grace is in the back. We already talked about whether we like her or not. Chelsea Green is PO'd because she doesn't want to wrestle because she's still in distress because of the Stranger Things ending. We don't know what happened, so we're not going to comment. Then Nick threatens to strip her of her title, so she's going to have to wrestle tonight. Greg, this sets up disaster.
It does. I was sad. I was very sad here.
Kip Williams comes out and he's got black hair. Kip Wilson comes out and he has black hair
and new music. And first of all, I was like, "Who the hell is this?" And I'm like,
it's Kip.
We're not even going to try to be Pretty Deadly anymore because your partner is still on the shelf.
I love the idea of toxic masculinity. I hope his partner comes in and joins in on it. I think this is a great gimmick for these guys. It's hilarious.
I'm curious. I don't know when Elton Prince is due back, but yeah.
Greg, even worse than that, though, we have something that happens, and I hear woo woo woo, and I'm like, no way. And instead of Zack Ryder, we get Matt Cardona.
Yeah. I'm not sure I like this.
Neither. I'm worried. I am going to be worried until we see him actually do something in this company.
Yeah, I don't know. When I saw this, I was like, okay, cool. Like, we're gonna get Zack Ryder. I'm like, no, wait, we're getting Matt Cardona. And I mean, I don't think we're gonna have to worry too much about fluorescent light bulb tubes and cookie cutters or pizza cutters or God knows what else. But yeah, I don't know. I think this lost the nostalgia hit that we got before. But I think my favorite line in this match is and I'll let you get through
go through it, because Michael Cole's awesome in this match because he can't keep it straight that he's Matt Cardona.
Yeah, my favorite line here is at the end of the match, or towards the end of the match, when Cardona does the Rough Rider, and Corey Graves asks, are we supposed to still call it that? And Michael Cole is like, well, what else are we going to call the damn thing, right? Like,
Car Rider. He calls it the Car Rider for a second.
Yeah, no.
It's definitely
the Rough Rider.
And I love the fact Wilson gets a few things. He even hits his pseudo finisher, the tourniquet, which looks great. Cardona basically does his moves. He does his stomp in the corner. He does his broski boot. He hits the broski or a double underhook into a power bomb. He then eventually hits that Rough Rider for the win. This is his first win in 6.5 years in WWE. And my concern, Greg, is not that. It's the stuff that made him special on the indies. He's not going to be allowed to do in WWE. None of it.
Right. So, yeah, I'm kind of scared that this is going to end up being him a perpetual mid-carder. But I mean, the nice thing with it is that he gets to travel with his wife every week now.
Well, and the other nice thing is he has said out loud for a while, this is his goal to get back to WWE, and he wanted to wrestle as Matt Cardona. So he is Matt Cardona in the WWE. Great for him. Long as he didn't sign away his name like an idiot, because he's going to be back in the indies at some point.
Yeah. Well, it's his legal name. So even if they did, there's nothing you can do. You can't prevent them from calling you your legal name, right?
And he's not using the Always Ready theme song that he was using on the Indies. He's using something totally different. He's talking during the song. I'd have to listen to it a couple times to actually see if I like it or not, but it doesn't really matter because you know what? Damian Priest is with Kathy Kelly, and this feud's been going on for 6 months, and it's going to end tonight. And I say,
we felt every bit of the 6 months, dude. Like when he said that, I was like, yes, we know. Trust me, we know.
And I also call shenanigans because the odds that this is ending, none, zero, nada. Greg, this sets up our first time. I think we're going to need to use it. So I'm going to go through this promo, but before I go through it, I think we need we need this one right here, Greg, because I think you are ready to do this. You ready? Here you go.
Yep.
Oh, Lord above, hear Greg's cry. Send them to Raw. Don't ask him why. He's seen enough. He's had his fill. Please take them now.
It's great that we have a choir on standby for me when I need it. I have one word that I will respond to you with this, Brad.
Amen.
No, it's close. It's close, but I'm thinking Dudley Boys here. Testify.
Yep, you have your choir now set up. They have a few versions of that song, by the way.
Excellent.
You're for a man who, I mean, legitimately, my wife confessed recently that for 6 months she thought you were a priest.
She's not the first one to think that I've been ordained.
Yeah, well, I mean, what your wife says to you in private is none of my business.
There's lots of praying happening there, my friend.
Freaky Wyatt promo where this is setting up their match. This has been going as this feud. You know what? I wrote the note. They're going to cut down the bloodline tree, the MFT tree, because, you know, he lost his real family. So this is his fake family. And so since the average length of feuds on this show is 6 months, that means we probably have at least 2 more months to go for this feud.
I legitimately fast forwarded through this because I was like, yeah, I'm not watching this bullshit.
So Greg's like, this is the first incident of send them to Raw.
I legitimately thought that you had the choir pull up something for me about, Greg is not watching this. He's fast forwarded through this segment. But yeah, no, I have several versions of sending it to Raw because I think that this is your thing, which, excellent. You know what, works out pretty well. Because at this point, let's do a cheap plug for our boys, the guys over doing Raw.
It's the draw where the takes are hot and the logic's gone. Eric yells, Randy sighs, wrestling talk. Let's criticize.
Here on the Hub Sports Entertainment Network.
Yes, all those things are true.
So you can listen to that. Okay, Sami Zayn promo. This was great. I love the fact that he tied in the fact we all saw him sitting in the front row with his kid, and the crowd's yelling, and they're really hot to see him. And his kid asks a very simple question. Why do they call John Cena the Never Seen 17? And the Buffalo smartasses say, it's because they can't see him. No, it's because he won 17 world titles. And then his son asks, how come you haven't won a world title? And this gets Sami into his yelly promo where he is ready to win the world championship. I've talked a lot about this over the last year, but now it's time. It's going to actually happen. Before he can get into that, whoop that trick. Tricky Williams is apparently on the blue brand.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with this. He literally has won the world title twice. He's won the TNA title. This dude's been ready to go up to the main roster for almost a year. And yeah, I mean, he comes out and says, I'm the combination of Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson, and I want to be the world champion. Great line. And he is going to cut the line and go right to the front. Sami says, we've seen lots of guys like you. And the problem with you, Trick, is you need to be humbled. So let me do the humbling. But that is not going to be his first match. Explain the logic, Greg.
I don't know. I wish I could explain the logic, but all I could think of when I saw this was the Carmelo Hayes introduction 2 years ago with Cody Rhodes and losing on his first night. And honestly, I think that's probably the best use of Trick Williams here. I'm not a huge Trick Williams fan. I know that people like to chant his catchphrase, but like I don't know. I don't know. What I've seen so far in NXT, and I don't watch a lot of NXT, it's been pretty kind of okay. He's got a little bit of charisma, but I didn't think he had a lot to back it up.
He reminds me a lot of someone like Hulk Hogan, who has some wrestling, but mostly it's the gimmick.
Yeah.
On the other hand, he's traveling with his fiance as well, so good for him. And whatever, we need bodies on this show.
Yeah, I guess it's just a matter of time now before it's Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes teaming together and then fighting again, just like we had in NXT. So yeah, there's a year and a half of storylines right there for you folks.
By the way, you have actually answered your own question.
What's that?
Why is he wrestling somebody other than Sami Zayn? Because he needs to win his first match. They learned
I can't remember.
Carmelo.
I can't remember who we're getting. Carmelo. Oh, Ray Phoenix.
Right.
I kind of. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Carmelo didn't win his first match, and Trick needs to win his first match.
I actually kind of hope Ray Phoenix actually beats him.
Well, recap number 2. Hey guys, it's the U.S. title match. Sure.
Yeah.
Then we get a little chatty chat in the back. Dragunov says he loves having a great match. It wasn't the outcome he expected, but there's worse things in life than losing to the better man. Dragunov asks if he's going to do the U.S. Open Challenge. Apparently, after he finishes with Johnny, he is. And Carmelo says, hey, man, once I put Johnny's name in the rafters, I'll keep the lights on for our rematch. I think this is great. I like the way they're doing the U.S. title. Basically, you win the title, you get a little run, and there's no telling when you're going to win or lose this title.
No, that's fair.
Except not in the first match to Johnny Gargano.
No, you shouldn't. Not in the first match to Johnny Gargano.
All right. Carmelo.
This is exactly where actually I was expecting we were going to see Trick Williams coming back.
Well, I think at some point, Trick is going to lose to Sami, and then he's going to come over and get Carmelo.
Possibly.
This is definitely leading to some sort of six-way match at WrestleMania with all the guys who have been my prediction is everybody who's been US champion in the last year is going to get in one match together.
That could happen.
So Carmelo then runs into The Miz and he wants to thank The Miz, and Miz is all happy and he compliments him. He's like, yeah, once I left you left me alone, I could finally win the title.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
Then we get Ray Phoenix in the back. He's talking to Nick Aldis. Trick Williams is upset for being disrespected. Ray disrespects him in Spanish. And so we're going to get Ray Phoenix versus Trick Williams, as we mentioned. Greg, you think he's going to... I think we're going to disagree here. I think this is an easy win for Trick.
Oh, I think that Trick Williams is going to win, but I don't want him to.
Oh, ouch.
I want Ray Phoenix to beat him. I want to see this humbling of Trick Williams.
If only he had a brother on the other show he could team with.
Yeah, well.
Apparently, I mean, he's lost his tag team partner again. His brother is teaming with somebody else. It's like these two cannot team together. They can team with everybody else on the roster.
Yeah, but not together.
Anyways, so recap number 3. Yeah, this was Johnny Gargano attacking Carmelo Hayes from behind, and this leads to our match. This is probably the match of the show.
Yeah. It just though begged the question, like, where's Tommaso Ciampa?
Did he get an extra long Christmas break?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And why did we get this theme song for Johnny Gargano?
Why does Johnny Gargano change his theme songs more than most people change their gear?
I thought you were going to say underwear.
I would say either of those would have happened, but like he reuses his gear more than he reuses theme songs.
Yeah.
The song sucked. But the match was great because Johnny starts with a quick DDT. I love little things about Johnny Gargano that make him amazing. When he's lying there on the ropes and Carmelo's going to do that leg drop, he just shuffles himself while he's hanging with legs on the rope, just about 6 inches, so that it's easy for Melo to hit that leg drop. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Frog splash, super kick counters, but eventually we get the first 48 and nothing but that leg drop. Of course he's going to win his first match against Johnny.
Of course. I thought there would be some shenanigans here, though.
Well, once Ciampa wasn't around, I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be a straight match.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see Ciampa, like, at some point come out and, like, maybe there would be some sort of someone then to back up Carmelo. That's what I kind of thought we were going to get here. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We get a flashback, Greg, right here with Tama Tonga running into Shinsuke Nakamura in the back. And this gets they say something in Japanese to each other. We need somebody who's a translator to explain this. Doesn't really matter because next week we're getting a 4-on-4 match between the Tongans and them. And Greg, this brings me to yet another option for you for Send Them to Raw.
Oh, Lord above, hear Greg's cry, send them to Raw, don't ask him why. He's seen enough, he's had his fill. Please take them now, never again, Lord will.
That choir, boy, Brad, the money that we've spent on getting a choir on demand for us, man, oh man. And you do such a great job as a conductor.
I got to tell you, I enjoy having all those connections from my work with churches over the years that I just called in my Baptist brothers and sisters. They came in, they're sitting here in the back. They're having, as you can see, the buffet is out for them. So I gave them a little warning and then they come in, have some.
They're back in catering.
They went back to catering right now. So they're having a great morning. But they'll be here every week just to be on call so that you can send off the MFTs, the Wyatt Six, and probably several other acts over to Raw.
So as I was sitting there this morning thinking about this, because, you know, they mention it later in the show, but next week is in Berlin.
Yep.
And Brad, what do I love more than anything else?
Oh my gosh, this show is going to be on in the afternoon.
There we go. I love that Brad just came to that realization.
I am already scheduling time off.
So this might be the only chance that I can actually, like, that I might watch a show live is if it's on in the afternoons. That way we can record right after. The following week, we're not going to be able to do that because
we're never recording at midnight Atlantic. Ever.
No, they got 2 weeks on the road.
Oh, thank God.
But I think the following week is also a Thunderbirds game on a Friday night. So yeah, I know it kind of shags you up. Sorry, dude.
That's okay. Listen, afternoon shows. This show should be exclusively a product of Europe for the 3-hour era.
Do you know what I actually had a conversation with Randy earlier this week, and I actually said that I was like, if WWE decided for the next 3 months, 6 months, they wanted to go and just have the crew cruising around Europe for 6 months, I would be more than happy.
Especially during these 3-hour eras, because A, the crowd's going to be way better. Although Buffalo was fantastic tonight.
Yeah.
B, yeah.
Afternoon wrestling on a Friday, I'll take that. But the show ending at midnight, no thanks.
So the only other thing I want to note from our last segment is that we did have Tama Tonga longingly looking at Shinsuke.
Yeah, so I guess there's some sort of prior history with them in New Japan.
Yes, which I would like to have them. Listen, Shinsuke is not in a place in his career where he's going to be wrestling singles. Let's put him in tag team.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you take Tama Tonga out of the MFTs, there's nobody left that can wrestle but JC.
Well, the nice thing with this is that maybe that is starting to spell the end of the MFTs.
Well, this is all the MFTs we got this week. Aleister Black, Selena promo. I watched it. It doesn't make sense. I don't care. Jade is in the back, and she is not going to get a match. Apparently, there's a clip circulating on socials, and I did watch it. Michin's shoulder got messed up.
Yeah.
So that match was not canceled because WWE forgot. It was canceled because they didn't want to feed BFAB to Jade today.
Yeah. Yeah. So
and then we see Jordynne Grace come in. It's like, oh, now I know why you're here, because they're short a veteran.
Yeah, they need someone. So yeah, I suspect we're gonna have Jordynne Grace on SmackDown going forward.
Now, whether she starts with Jade or she wins the US title, then loses it, who knows? Yeah. Greg, why do we have... So Sami Zayn's in the back. Sami is there. He's like, hey, man, I just want to be honest with you. I'm coming for the world title. I mean, he may as well say I'm coming for the world title too, because Randy already told him that. And he says, man, you got to understand. It's hard to get title opportunities. And before Cody can say he understands, he gets interrupted and Cody by Nick Aldis, and Cody just goes to the ring because he wants to know what the 3 stages of hell are. Speaking of interrupted, Obafemi.
Yeah.
So Obafemi is coming.
Is he coming to SmackDown or is he coming to Raw?
Doesn't matter. It's the same promo for 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, the only thing I'm not liking is that the font at the end is blue.
Oh, well, he has to lose the US title. I have a crazy idea, and I'm going to put it out in the universe, because if it happens, I'm turning this into a clip for our socials. You ready?
All right.
So heard here first. Greg will back me up.
On January 3rd.
On January 3rd, there is a NXT big show coming up called New Year's Evil this week, right?
Correct.
Obafemi is going to be wrestling against the guy from TNA.
Sure.
He's wrestling as the X Division champion, the young guy, and I think Oba's dropping the title to the TNA guy.
Interesting.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because on Thursday, TNA does its first show on its new network under its new deal.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a possibility then.
So then he comes out he is the first TNA contracted wrestler to win the NXT world title. And he shows up on that show to start that show with the NXT title.
I could see that. That's a good scenario.
I mean, he could drop back to Obafemi in 3 days. He could drop it back to Obafemi that night on TNA to make it a memorable show. But why not? And if they do that, then officially the TNA deal is way better than the AW deal, because Kenny showed up on their show, but Kenny never, he dropped the title, but he never really was. It wasn't really a fair trade. It wasn't like somebody won an AEW title and showed up and was a TNA wrestler. All right. This promo was exactly why 3 hours is too long.
Yeah.
So Cody wants to know what the match is. He's railing in the ring. His superpower is that he plays dumb, but he really knows what's going on. He's always watching. So Drew's out in front of his... What
a terrible superpower that is, right? My superpower is that I can play dumb. It's not that I can fly or I can see through things or that I'm invisible. Is that I can play dumb. World's worst comic book hero.
Or is dumb. Because he didn't see this coming. That's the funny part about this whole line. I play dumb and I can see what's happening. No, you didn't. Drew's by your bus and then announces the 3 stages of hell. First of all, why is the first fall a normal match?
I thought when he announced the 3 stages of hell, I'm like, this doesn't seem very hellish to me.
The first fall should have at least been a submission match or something that plays into Drew. Something, but a normal match, fine. So then the second stage is a Falls Counts Anywhere match. And then the third one is a cage match, which means they're going to have to lower the damn cage between fall 2 and 3.
Right.
And they're also going to need to get the guys from somewhere in the arena back into the cage before the...
Well, that's why Falls 2 is Falls Count Anywhere, because Count 2 is going to happen backstage somewhere to give them enough time to drop the cage so that way they're ready for round 3, because it's not going to be a 1-2 and done.
So it's going to be in the ring first bit, out of the ring, and then back to the ring.
Well, out of the ring too, I think.
Yes, so they have lots of time to get the cage down and 3 commercial breaks and...
But the words that Drew used here kind of bumped for me.
Which was?
And he said, I think he called it like an old fashioned or an old style steel cage match. And it just made me think, do you think that they're actually bringing out the blue steel?
If they bring out the blue steel, I would lose my shit.
Yeah.
If this would be that would be worth it, because the blue steel would be totally different than anything they normally use. So I would love the blue steel. It's probably not going to be the blue steel.
Well, that's stuff that may already be over there or be shipped over, or something that could be shipped over because you're not using it over here, right? Like they could have shipped that over months ago.
Or they have a warehouse somewhere and it's just sitting there in probably in Saudi Arabia. It's probably down in the Hall of Fame there in Saudi Arabia, the museum they have there. They'll just ship it up.
I don't know, but I was thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, this isn't that bad if we go that route.
But we're gonna get a lesson in self-control. He goes on to the bus and gets this precious picture, breaks the frame and has the picture. And then when Cody rushes to the back, Drew sneaks to the ring, and basically we have Cody being held back by security while Drew burns the picture of Cody and his dad. Greg.
Okay, but hear me out. Hear me out. Because when I saw this, I was like, this is the stupidest thing ever, because these pictures are digitized. You just go to Walmart and say, print another copy of this for me, will you?
I wrote the exact same thing. I was like, this precious picture. You know what it should have been? He should have had his hard drive and burned his hard drive.
Like, I mean, make something make sense here, but this was just like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
He burns he breaks his hard drive with a hammer, and Cody doesn't have a cloud backup.
Yeah, that's right. I've turned off your cloud backup.
And I deleted your cloud, and now I'm hammering the one actual backup, the real life physical backup that you made. I've outsmarted you, Cody, because your superpower is that you play dumb, but your superpower actually is that you are dumb.
Yeah.
Dear God. Man. So this was like one of those segments where you're like, man, 3 hours.
I felt dumber watching that part. Yeah, this was just so stupid.
Greg was, you know what the worst part is? The next match. So I think we need to have an introduction of something else.
Okay.
Greg,
all right.
Because, and I'm hoping I'm going to get the right version of this because I have a bunch of these. So I think this is, I think this is it, Greg. So my question for you, Greg, during this next match is,
good guy, bad guy, nobody knows. Crowd's on fire, but the story's broke. So let's all ask before we squeal. Tell me now, who's the heel?
I thought that line was going to say this story blows.
No, the question is, Greg, who's the heel? Like, is it Chelsea Green or Giulia? Because the crowd certainly picked a heel.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who the heel is here.
Because Chelsea Green plays the heel. She plays Karen throughout the whole show. But the way the crowd reacted to Chelsea Green, Giulia was the heel. And maybe that's because they didn't react to Giulia at all.
Yeah, this match made me feel sad.
So this whole match, there's a little bit of offense. Chelsea Green actually has her pin with a Rough Rider. Second Rough Rider win of the night. Nope. Distraction on the outside because Giulia has brought her second to the ring, and she gets taken out by Alba Fire. Meanwhile, Giulia recovers and beats Chelsea Green with the Northern Lights bomb and the Arrivederci for the win. Greg, Giulia is the U.S. champion again, and Chelsea Green's second reign is very short.
Twitch, I say yawn.
Why? Like, I say why?
Yeah.
Because who's Giulia feuding with?
I wish I could tell you.
Because Meechin's gone.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. This isn't good. This
is not good. I was sure Chelsea was going to win this by cheating, and then we were going to get something. But the problem is Giulia is not over, and they just gave her the title again.
Yeah. That's exactly what we got, and that's going to suck.
So Johnny Gargano's in the back. He's holding his nose, And in walks Axiom. Axiom wants his mask back. He asked nicely, so Johnny won't give it to him. So this is going to lead to a match next week.
Yeah.
Why are they not wrestling a tag match?
Because that makes too much sense.
Aren't they a tag team? Both tag teams?
Yes.
So this was the reason why I was late this morning, Greg, because I got caught up to live, and I was like, I'm not watching this match live.
I would not blame you.
This match. So Damian Priest versus Aleister Black in the first time ever, the 7th time overall, the ambulance match.
Yeah. That's the big draw here tonight.
It's the big draw. Yeah, no. The big draw is actually going to be on TSN in a couple of weeks. So that perfect segue, Greg.
Shouted hype, it's a Eric and Randy on the air tonight. Hey. High take flying, wrestling loud on TSN. Yeah, turn it up right now.
Well, thank you to the band for that one.
Yeah, I told you like this backstage area. I have a full band. I have a hip hop group. I have a gospel choir. They are all working nonstop for me. So you can listen to the draw. It'll be out. It's going to be on in like less than 2 weeks on TSN.
Yeah. It won't be long.
Miss Big Voice has been recording some bumpers for the boys. So can't wait to hear the first show on TSN. Although I won't lie, I will download it on the hub because I'm not in Toronto.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So early on, this match is Damian Priest dropping Aleister Black on the throat on one of those gurneys, and sure. Then we get back. It's all Damian Priest kicking, and he gets knocked over the announce table, and poor Michael Cole gets trapped, and Michael Cole then makes fun of himself. He's like, I was never nimble when I was young, and now I'm just old. Like Michael Cole, and I'm going to miss these guys on Friday nights.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh man, that's gonna suck when we lose these to Raw.
Because he is a good broadcaster, and he's getting to the point where he doesn't give a crap, so he's just relaxed.
Right.
He's in his post he who should not be named era. So
definitely.
Rhea Ripley. So we eventually get some Zelina shenanigans where she's helping. Like he's knocked out Damian Priest with the black mass, and they're using the gurney to try and get him in. And when they try and open up the ambulance, there's Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley jumps out. She chases Zelina and then gives her a riptide. Zelina's out of the match. Rhea, and I assume Rhea just goes over, sits in the crowd, and has some popcorn.
Yeah, she just kind of disappears.
Totally fine, because all she was there was to neutralize Zelina, because if Zelina's there, they win. Eventually, Priest uses the fireball on Aleister Black.
Yes, Priest uses the fireball on Aleister Black.
Basically, somewhere during the day, Damian Priest went into the thing. He loaded it up with a crutch, a fire extinguisher, and the ingredients for the fireball. We then get the sick people from Buffalo, Greg, one more time. So
here's in my mind what would have been funnier is if they actually did the fireball first and then the fire extinguisher second.
Oh, that makes way more sense.
Right?
Oh, Greg, why are you writing this show?
I wish I could tell you.
So anyways, the people in Buffalo won another one. And they then are really excited for the Damian Priest goes out and pulls a table in place. A table, I say in air quotes, because that is clearly the crash mat. And I think he's just going to razor's edge him there. No, they end up fighting around. And then looks like we're going to get some sort of power bomb. Aleister Black's going to drop him on the road case. No, they kick the road case out of the way. And Aleister Black takes a razor's edge onto the windshield of the ambulance. Then Damian Priest climbs on top of the ambulance and gives him a choke slam off onto the crash pad.
Right.
Which the camera clearly shows us it's a crash pad.
Yeah.
I was like, at least they only did it on the first live shot and then they cut it out for the rest of them. And then you could tell Damian Priest played around with his ambulance all afternoon because when the back doors wouldn't open, he didn't panic. He knew he had to open the side door to release the lock for the back door, which I looked up afterwards and said, oh, this is a paramedic thing. Okay, cool. So then they throw him into the ambulance and that's it, Greg. we have the end of the feud. Aleister Black and Damian Priest will never feud again, because I think at this point you're going to see Aleister Black. Well, he's going to go away.
I didn't realize you had a children's choir there too, Brad.
Connections, former youth pastor.
Tell ya.
So Greg,
I tell ya.
Yeah, they are in a separate catering section with their parents. I have, and also a ball pit set up over yonder. So they're
classic 90s McDonald's.
Classic 90s McDonald's. Except my ice cream machine actually works.
Do you have those like little metal ashtrays there? And
no, there's no smoking inside anymore, Greg. I can't violate health code. But how
about like the N64 controllers that are attached to the thing, to the TV for like the one person or two people who can play, and that's it?
Yeah, I actually have a tablet that works occasionally. My ice cream machine always works, but my tablet, iffy. It depends if the interns plug it in at night. Anyways, my point being, Greg, the only way that they can stop this feud is one of these guys has to be shipped somewhere.
Quite possibly. Who knows?
Either that or somebody's hurt. So either Priest has a bad shoulder and is refusing the surgery. Aleister Black kept holding his knee. I'm terrified that man has screwed up his knee and he's going away.
I hope not.
Either way, somebody needs to be shipped somewhere, because, yeah, you know what? Aleister Black and Zelina could go join the Judgment Day, because the Judgment Day could use some refresh as they keep losing bodies.
They could definitely use a refresh.
So, Greg, this is your first 3-hour SmackDown. I think it's time, after all the other jingles, to go back to the original jingle.
All right.
This is your SmackDown synopsis.
And your SmackDown synopsis today is brought to you by your SmackDaddies. We've plugged everything else, Greg, except ourselves. Follow us on YouTube. We're getting close to 300 subscribers.
Oh, nice.
And also, like this week, we had several ones that we had some fun with. My personal favorite, though, Greg, was this week's, the one that I put out last night. I'm not even sure if it's not as popular as all of our other views, but it was a sing-along one where we were making fun of the fact that who gave us the 3-hour Raw using the Boxing Day jingle that we were using. And I have Triple H spitting water, and it's like I did in the word bubble, because this is definitely Triple H's fault for giving us the 3-hour Raw.
Yes, it is. It's not even close.
I blame him 100% for this. Also, I blame money.
Yeah.
So on the other hand, this was way better than I expected it was going to be.
Yeah, it was okay. I guess it was serviceable, but it doesn't leave me with a warm and good feeling to want to come back next week. Let's be honest with you. The draw for next week is that it's in Europe.
Yes, and that it's in the afternoon. So, Greg, let's go through this thing. What are you going to do with Cody? We're going to assume you've already cut Cody and, not being a dummy and staying away. What are you going to do with Miz and Randy Orton?
Oh, I like that part. Miz and his tiny balls. We're going to keep that.
Oh, quack.
Yep, Booker T. Although Trick Williams is missing Booker T.
Yes.
I love the fact that we even had a reference. I am not going to be freestyling over Trick's song. It's like, good call there, white boy. Good call.
All right.
So everything in the back, Greg, I'm already going to just preemptively. If there's a segment in the back you want to keep, you're going to have to call it out when we get there. But all of the segments in the back.
Yeah, I think for the most part, that's probably an accurate statement.
Maybe Chelsea Green.
Yeah, that one is the introduction, Jordynne Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only one I could think of off the top of my head.
The rest of them, I could say, sure, we don't need any of this stuff. Speaking of which, what do you want to do with the women's 4-way?
Yeah, I think that we can superstar this. This doesn't need to be as long as it does.
Oh, for the first time, Greg, I don't think I can find the sound effect I wanted, which was the Mario one. Which
speed it up.
To speed it up. All right. So hopefully I remember to hold on. There we go. I found it. Go. And I'm not even going to edit that. All right. So we then go to Jordynne. We got Jordynne Grace. That's the one thing we are keeping. Oh boy. Kip Williams and Matt Cardona. What do you want to do with this one?
Kip Wilson and Matt Cardona. Oh. I think as much as I hate to say it, I think I'm going to cut it.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm worried for Matt Cardona.
I really am worried about Matt Cardona. Zack Ryder, okay, but Matt Cardona, I don't know.
The Wyatt 6 promo, Greg.
Yeah.
I figured you were going to say that they suck.
Yeah, thank you.
We are kind of, you know, this might be the other one that I might say we should probably keep Carmelo Hayes and Dragunov in the back because it was like the most normal human one.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah,
it's just okay.
Yeah.
Especially where he runs into the Miz, which is really funny.
Yeah, that one was funny.
And we're gonna, so that leaves us to Johnny Gargano and Carmelo in the best match of the night for sure.
Oh, we forgot Sami returning to SmackDown.
Oh yeah, Sami returns to SmackDown. What do you want to do with Sami and Tricky Williams?
I don't want to keep it, but I kind of feel like I have to.
I'm using
that might be going too far. That's going a little too far there. Like, yeah, this is like, I like the Sami Zayn part, the Trick Williams part I could have done without.
Tricky Williams will be good in the long run. It's just not right now. How about Johnny and Carmelo, best match?
Yeah, I think this one is deserving of your woe.
This one's deserving of your favorite.
It's Tiffy time!
Ooh. I don't know if I go that far.
But I'm just reminding you she exists because I was like, oh, wait, who else can we have feud with Jade? Oh, yeah, Tiffy.
Yeah, no, she's on a milk carton somewhere.
She's on a little break. I don't know. She could go in that milk carton. I don't know if you've seen pictures of them from the wedding.
I have not seen pictures of Tiffy from the wedding.
You should you know what? You should get the research team on that. Tiffy Stratton at the wedding. That's a little wink to Greg. So Jade, we already cut the Obafemi promo, cut Sami telling Cody that he's coming to get him. Greg, Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre.
Oh, no.
I probably could flush it 4 or 5 times. That turn may not go down easily.
Yeah.
Giulia versus Chelsea Green.
I don't like this one. I didn't want Chelsea to lose. I didn't want Chelsea to lose.
Chelsea lost to Giulia. Oh my God. What was a waste of time.
The only thing that can redeem this, if I'm being 100% honest, if it's Chelsea now taking on and beating someone like Jade Cargill.
Yes, that would be fine. Or if she is her and what's her name going to somehow win the tag titles. But that tag division seems really jammed up.
It does.
And Damian Priest and Aleister Black.
Damian Priest and Aleister Black.
Because these guys worked hard, Greg.
Yeah. I think we'll keep this. This is actually where we get tonight's episode title.
Okay.
Because tonight's episode title is a line from Corey Graves here. Skip the trip to the hospital, call the damn morgue.
Definitely the answer. And so that is... That is he who shall not be named laughing at us for keeping that match.
Okay, legitimately, that sounded like Booker T laughing.
It probably would sound like, no, if I was going to use a clip with who should not be named Booker T, you know which clip I'd be using, but I'd have to put several bleeps in there.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
So overall, Greg, you kept about 50% of the show.
Yeah, right. I mean, if only that it was only a 2-hour show.
If this was a 2-hour show, which would mean we get 90 minutes of content, this would be one of the best SmackDowns of the last 12 months.
Yeah, it would have been good, but that's not what we got.
Well, the good news, Greg, is this is definitely the best SmackDown of the year.
So far, it can only go down from here, I guess.
I would say don't even put that out into the world, because it could go down from here. Have you seen what, like, next week's an early show, week after's an early show, but after that, I am scared when we get back to US crowds. Can you imagine like Texas watching 3 hours of SmackDown?
Corpus Christi, baby.
I'm sure it's on the roster. So that all being said, thank you for listening to our shenanigans. Hopefully you all enjoyed the jingles. If you have a favorite jingle, put it in the comments below and send Greg your love, because he is going to be grumpy. For Greg, I am Brad. We are your Smackdaddies, and most weeks we'll be back. Occasionally I'll have to get my foster brother, my kid's foster father, Sean Burke.
You have to get someone to cover for me, because Greg ain't staying for all this.
But remember, if you would like to join us, you can be a Patreon on patreon.com/thedraw. And if you become a patron at the $8 tier, you too can be a regular fill-in here on your Smackdaddies podcast.
All right.
Goodbye, friends.
Goodbye.
Revolutionary podcasting, sports entertainment. Father Greg and Brad, the dad bless you all with the lovely tales of Friday night, SmackDown and beyond. Go to the outer limits of your mind with the SmackDaddies. Revolutionary podcast and sports entertainment. The Father Greg and Brad, the dad bless you all. The lovely tales of Friday night SmackDown and beyond. Go to the outer limits of your mind with the Smackdown.